Gather your beers, gather your drinks.
Yeah.
Were we here before?
No idea what that was.
I wasn't here before.
I think that was a dream.
I wasn't here before.
That was a Fig Newton of their imagination.
Fig Newton of their imagination. Okay.
Yeah.
So, did you get all your technical stuff worked out? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay. As long as you're sure.
Your mother.
All right. 1 minute. Gather your stuff. Sit down. 1 minute to go.
Okay. We're on. People say, I have a question. I have a question.
Questions are going to be easy because no one's going to show up today. There's going to be 4 of us. We're all going to be sharing beers and telling stories. Light a campfire in the middle when it gets dark.
Someone said, are the cars still buried out in the desert?
Wait a minute. What?
Are the cars still buried out in the desert?
It's kind of creeping me out. Who asked that? I mean, that's creepy a little bit.
I mean, why is Gen X talking? What? We got banned already?
We got banned. We just got started. How'd you get banned again?
No, we didn't get banned. I thought we did.
Oh, you can't participate in lives either.
Oh.
It is it. You're banned from live streams and participating.
That sucks.
Okay, well then I'll do it through here. You guys just have to go.
No, just switch your account.
You just can't chat.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, we figured out the problem.
Figured out one of the problems that we were going to ask questions and answer questions from our other account that is not just banned from producing live streams, it's banned from participating in live streams.
Texas Patriot is the person who asked that question.
Okay, some dude named Texas Patriot asked me if the cars are still buried in the desert.
And then he said gangster cars.
Oh, I know what he's talking about now. Okay, you got my heart going. I thought I shared a story I wasn't supposed to share. They're not. Those are not in the desert. They're at Pine Flat up in Big Tahunga Canyon. You know where that is. It's not hard to find. You can see it. It's hard to get to. Not hard to see, though. You can see it. Yeah. As far as I know, they're all still there.
Okay, hold on. I think we figured out the problem. Gen X Talks, the one that got banned, is allowed to participate in live. It's just we were on the same account and we kept kicking each other out of the room.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. We're all good.
You guys wonder why I drink. It's reasons like this. All right. Are you good to go for sure?
Specific reason. He's going to write it down on the 1,000 reasons on why I drink.
I don't think I need to write them down. Most of them out here in Gen X land know exactly why I fucking drink. You want the list? We can share them. We got the same list. You do and I do. All right. So, turn off the music.
We got 26 viewers.
We got 26 people. We're going to make it the best fucking show ever. You know why? Because you're the best 26 viewers. I'm not going to make light of 26. I'm not going to make fun of you 26. I think you're the best fucking 26. Fuck all the other guys who didn't show up. I don't give a shit about them. I'm here for you. I don't care if there was 3 of you here. Of course, if there was just 3, then we'd all have to split the money for the beer and pizza because, that's the way it goes. All right.
You can throw
So
stuff
we'll
around.
start. I'm getting rowdy. Let's go. Get rowdy. Get loud.
You're just throwing stuff around.
Get mad.
We're going to get banned again.
All right, so we will start with the Pledge of Allegiance. For those of you who are here the first time, rewind, start over. Little red men in black, red flashy thingy, start over. You don't know, and neither do I, so here we go. Ready? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And if you don't like that, get the fuck out of here.
They don't say for white people.
No, it says for all people, not black, not white, it's for everybody. All right.
Oh, I made a funny joke.
Yeah, see, I will ask him, hey, Gen Z kid, why don't you tell everybody why we got banned? And then he goes, I told a joke.
Yep.
No context, no story, no interaction at all. So I'll try again. Gee, son, why don't you tell the audience why we got banned on our other channel?
I told a gay joke, an LGBTQ plus joke, and then everyone repeated it in the chat, and TikTok was like, hey, you're not allowed to say that stuff, because it picks up your chat, it reads the chat. So once everyone started repeating it, then we got banned.
Well, I agree with that.
I'm not going to say the joke again.
I'll say it this time.
Well, no.
There's a couple things. Number one is the algorithm picks up what you guys chat as much as what we say. We got banned a couple months back because I had an ashtray that looked like a gun. It was a ceramic ashtray with a gun on it, And we kept talking about it. You kept talking about it. It was gun, 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 gun. And pretty soon, we got banned too many times. People use the word. This time it was the same thing. You know, people kept saying the gay joke and the answer to the joke and what he was saying, and it got us banned. But also, what I learned, and it's very sketchy trying to get information on how TikTok actually works, but there's some real solid information from things that have been tested and proven, and some leaks have come out from TikTok. But you really got to look for these discussions like Reddit and stuff where they really have done their homework and they're not just talking out their ass. One of them is it's true that there are groups of people that hover over TikToks, live streams, Facebook, Twitter, and if they find something they find offensive, that they don't like what you're saying, they report you. Not just report you. They have a group of people they mass text, mass email. Quickly go here and report these people. There's 7,000 people. They could be in the middle of a workday. Hold on, real quick. Let me go report them. They can have 7,000 people report you like that. If they don't like what you're saying. They're a bunch of fucking crybabies. They are so offended by what I'm saying. Instead of just flipping the channel and moving on, instead of boycotting me or protesting me or saying something conversational to me, or better yet, instead of growing the fuck up and don't worry about your feelings being hurt, they'd rather try to change what I'm saying. Because that's what it comes down to. When you're a fucking crybaby liberal snowflake and you don't like what I'm saying, you got two choices. You can either change what I'm saying or change how you feel about it. That's it. You can either change how you're hearing it and go, okay, all right, he's an asshole, that's his opinion, he's wrong, and move on. Or you can try to change what I'm saying. Well, why do you get to do that? Who the fuck are you to change what I'm saying? You're certainly not going to change what I'm thinking. In fact, the thing that they don't get is when they ban somebody, not just me, anybody, when they report you, when they ban you, when they get you part of that woke movement, doesn't that just make you more pissed at them? Doesn't that make you more angry at their cause, at their thing? Because they didn't come to you and talk normal about it, did they? Oh, no. They just quietly and from behind the screen and the keyboard tried to shut you down and change the way you talk. You notice that if there was ever a law that was proposed, hey, everybody who is turning people in or complaining or report, I think we should know we should face the accusers. Don't we have a right to face our accusers? No. Liberals are very good about making sure they're protected and hidden so they can keep doing it. Now, when I was growing up, Gen X, we didn't have all this shit. Sticks and stones could break your bones, but names could never hurt you, and they can't.
Hey, they said that in the chat.
You can cry about it a little bit, but it ain't going to hurt you. You won't have a heart attack. You're not going to get a black eye. You don't like what someone says. It's going to hurt your feelings, but you grow the fuck up and you move on. Tell me how many Gen Xers get that. Raise your hand. I fucking get it. Right fucking here. I don't know who's with me. Maybe I'm drinking alone. I'm used to drinking alone. Fuck it.
There's probably people out there.
Anyway, that's the gig. That's
Someone said, sir, the base department is calling, and based means like nice, like that's awesome. So like awesome department.
So we're good there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to make it Gen X terms, you know.
You're going to have to. You got to translate for me. But
base department.
so that's why we start out with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Someone said salute.
Salute. Thank you. That's why we start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, to get rid of all the fucking idiots right off the bat that don't want to be here. If they stumbled across this, move the fuck on. But we'll talk about stuff. One of them is that. It's like, that's the gig. You want to change what I'm saying, not how you're feeling about it. And back in the day, you couldn't hide from it. You wanted to say something, you couldn't just press a button and have your world change around you for you. No. You had to meet me behind Kmart. And we had to settle our differences.
Are you going to throw down?
Yes, that was the terminology. You throw down.
I'm going to throw down all our stuff.
No, you throwing down your fit. What was yours?
Catch these hands.
Catch these hands.
Catch these hands.
We did this last live stream.
Yeah, throw down.
Gen X, you want to go back? You want to throw down? Ain't nothing but, hey, you feel froggy? Go ahead and jump. Hey, nothing between us but air. Get on with it. What does he do?
Throw down like this. Throwing down.
Yeah, you throw your cap down, but you were throwing your fit. His is, you want to catch hands? You want to catch these hands?
You want to catch these hands?
I'd love to play patty cake with you. That sounds really intimidating.
They're talking fisticuffs.
Fisticuffs, yeah, but no, we're going to catch these hands.
Oh my God.
Gen Z, you're going to catch these hands. Look, I caught your hands. You catch my hands. I caught yours.
Yeah. Who
You
has
want to catch?
who has more stuff? Catch these hands. Or not catch these hands. Throw down. I mixed them up. Throw down. We're gonna throw down all our stuff. Whoever has more stuff wins. Throw down.
I don't care if the biggest, baddest motherfucker walked up to me, dripping in sweat, smelling like whiskey, with it tears his shirt off, and wants to kill me. If he looks at me and says, "Do you want to catch these hands?" I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have to tell him, "Hold on a second, partner. You gotta let me get this out first."
So if you were fighting prime Mike Tyson, and he said, "You ready to catch these?
You ready to
hands?"
catch these hands? You ready to catch these hands, Gen X Dad? I'll fuck you up, Gen X Dad. You want to catch these hands?
Yeah, you're not.
Yeah, with
you're
him
not
and his voice,
intimidating?
not intimidated at all. You gotta wait, Mike.
So
Mike, you gotta wait a minute.
Even if he says throw down.
Well, now throw down, I'd be a little worried. Mike Tyson gonna fuck me up.
Throw
Mike
down.
Tyson gonna beat the shit out of me.
But he said throw down. That's
Throw down.
His voice is not very intimidating.
Yeah, it would be. It's the right words.
What if John from Texan John came to you
What if John from Texan John came?
wanting to fight?
I'll tell you how that would go. If Big John comes down here, Papa Bear John comes down here, knocks on my front door, and wants to fight, I'd open that door, I'd look him square in the eye, I'd turn to my wife and kids and say, "Family, you need to wait inside for a minute. Things are about to happen." I'd step out my front door and close the door behind me. I'd look John right in the eye, and I'd say, "Sir, what seems to be the problem here? Can we work this out? I mean, I totally respect you. I admire your videos. When we're done with this, can I get an autograph, maybe a little picture, a selfie with you?" And then I'd have to turn around. "All right, I'm handling it, honey. I'm taking care of this shit. If you don't mind, I'd like to just get it. If you could, I'll tell you what. You let me know what the problem is, and I'll see if I can handle it for you." That's my respect level for Texan John.
You gotta do the Robert Conrad.
Yeah, somebody said, Gen X mom said, "Do the Robert Conrad, put a battery, a Duracell. Go ahead, knock it off." And then when John knocks it off, "All right, this one too." And this one. Eventually, he's going to get tired of knocking batteries off my shoulder. I've never met Tex or John, but I have a lot of respect for those guys, especially John. There's a lot of similarities between us that are behind the scenes that you guys wouldn't know, that only I get from listening. But I am going to go down and find Tex because he's down near me now, and I go down to LA a lot. I want to catch up with him, just say, hey, I want to meet him in person. I think he's a hell of a kid. So yeah, Tex and John, there you go. Don't tell him I said all this stuff.
Don't tell him that. Hide this from them.
Hide this from him. Don't tell him we just went through all that.
That'd be funny. Tex gonna.
Although you're gonna post this on YouTube, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Tex is gonna use the Ryan Reynolds impression.
Tex, that's what he does now. All of his videos are the Ryan Reynolds. Pump the brakes, Buttercup. What are you doing?
No, it's like pump the brakes.
Fox and Friends.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes, whatever. And
Yeah.
he does a pretty good Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Dead
Although if I go down to LA and I see him walking down in West Hollywood and he's got his Deadpool, we'll have a little talk. I'll say, dude, you can't start with that movie. If you want to be an actor, you're going to have to start someplace else. All right, so is there any other questions from the 13 of you that are watching?
There's 60. I know, now it's super easy to get questions.
Yeah, this is going to be real personal for you guys. If you guys stick around, just bring the questions. I'll get them all answered right now.
Way easier for you guys to win stuff, too.
Yeah, and if I got a trivia, you can win it pretty easy because here you are.
Mm-hmm. They're not a whole lot of competition.
No, you guys are good like this. All right, so there is some previous stuff that Gen X Mom has filled out, and she writes very neat, but I tell you what, some of her letters look similar.
Hey, I have questions, too, now.
Well, go ask one of yours while I'm reading mine. Let's get to it.
Canada, where, if so?
I did tell the Canada story. I've been to Canada more than once, but like 4 live streams ago, we talked about how we borrowed a car and took it where we weren't supposed to be as kids. I guess I was 18, 17 or 18, and my buddy who lives in New Mexico, he was got to be the same age. He might have been a little older than me. Anyway, months, and we got out to Victoria Island and wrecked the car that wasn't ours. And I had like $36 and I had to get back. And yes, the long story, I told the whole story on the other live. It was like 40 minutes long. But the one part was I didn't have money for the ferry that went to the mainland. So I waited until the ferry was pulling away and I ran and jumped and got on it. That's how I got across. And I wasn't the first guy. I mean, they were mad about it, but the dude says, look, this happens. Just go over here and say, mind your business. And I'm like, I'm broke. Didn't help that I was in a green army jacket with long hair and boots looked like John Rambo. I mean, literally like John Rambo. Yeah. So, yes, I've been to Canada. I should have just said yes. Why did I?
Yeah.
What fucking story?
What are you snacking on?
What am I snacking on? I don't know.
Food.
Gen X mom puts stuff out here, and this tastes like Buffalo Wild Wings, like they're medium sauce, like I've never tasted it before. It's really good. Kind of addicting. I try to separate the ones that have arsenic on them, because she's trying to kill me slowly, but the ones that don't taste like arsenic, they're really good.
And why aren't you moving out of California?
Why am I not moving out of California?
We said we were moving out of California, or we said we weren't, or we said we were.
What was the question?
Why aren't we moving out of California?
I love California.
Have you ever thought about moving your family out of California?
Yes, I have thought about moving out of California, but I love California. Show me a more beautiful spot than Yosemite Valley. You know, have you guys ever seen the sunset on the Pacific Ocean? You ever been up north to see where the redwoods meet the salt air? I love California. There's nothing prettier for me than a desert sunrise where it's purple and that chill is in the air out on the high desert. Joshua trees around, and you're camping out in a sleeping bag. I love California. What I don't like about California is what all the liberal Democratic fucktards have done to it, and the homeless problem and the taxes. Yeah, I don't like any of that shit, but that's not California. That's a bunch of assholes fucking up my state. And I bring this up, so I want you guys to think about this. I'm not bashing you if you leave, but Biden and Kamala Harris are running the government. Democrats run the House. They have quasi-control over the Senate. So they're running the government. And they're running the country into the ground, in my opinion. Are you going to leave? Because the government is now Democratic and they're turning America to shit. Are you going to leave America and go, oh, that's it, I'm fucking out of here? No, you're not. You still love this country. And you're going to fight and you're going to try to make changes and you're going to stick. Well, I'm not faulting you for sticking around just because there's people in charge that are fucking up our country. Well, don't be mad at me for sticking around my state. I love my state. And I'm staying for a while. I'm going to try to make some changes. I'm going to try to do some good. I love my state. It's just fucked up from the people running it.
Hey, can you say you like
just
your
like my
state
country.
Can you like your state? Can you say you like your state one more time?
I love my state. I like California. I'm sticking.
One more time.
I love California. I'm staying here.
It's like a repeat button.
I don't care. Everybody bashes me about wanting to stay.
Did I get my PS5?
Look, let's clear the air on that a little bit.
I said it on this channel.
Yeah, you talked about it to them on your little green screen you said you were doing.
Yeah.
Then you and I never quite came to a solid agreement. And then you filmed that TikTok where you ran outside and ambushed me about, going live.
Yeah.
Did I say anything about PS5 there? No. The only time I've ever said you get a PS5 is if you got 10,000 followers on Instagram and you're still hovering around 6,000 and some change. So I'm not saying that this wasn't a monumental feat. I didn't think you could get 1,000 people to follow you in 24 hours.
Well, we got 4,000 and almost 5,000.
You're almost 5,000. So
we got 1,000 an hour.
I'm leaning towards these guys may have just bought you the rest of your PS5.
All right. Hold on. Basket's right there. We'll wait for the next one. This is a Gen Z kid question.
He's got a fucking waste paper basket that looks like a basketball hoop.
I missed
that's this fucking big and round, and he still missed it.
Yeah.
All right. What else is there?
Hairdresser 555 says, my daughter wants to know how old you are. I'm 15.
Wow, that was quick.
I know, right? I'm 15. That's it. Almost 16. We're getting there.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to West Virginia? I have not.
I have been to West Virginia twice. I took 2 trips back east when I was younger. One of them, both of them led me up through the Smoky Mountains, Blue Ridge Highway, and did a lot of zigzagging up there. So I have been, but I'm afraid to go near Langley. Just so you know. Whole nother broadcast.
Were you a Rams fan while they were in St. Louis?
I was mad when they left. I've always been a Bronco fan, and I've been a Ram fan because of living here. And yes, that brings me to a segue question. Okay, let's get this guy right. His name is Prank. What the fuck is that? Prank Kill TV.
Yeah.
Says, why do you mention in the podcast that the Rams are from L.A. when they are originally from Cleveland? All right. Prank Kill is absolutely right. They were in Cleveland, 1938 to 47, 48, right in there about 9 or 10 years. Mm-hmm. And then they moved out to L.A. where they were there for like 50 years. Why don't I generally count teams before the first Super Bowl? Because it was kind of a hodgepodge couple of leagues. And they're just, I don't know. I hate saying it doesn't count, but it didn't count. It didn't. I really don't focus on a lot of the NFL. I don't focus on passing yards and field goal records before, the modern era. So I just kind of let that. I mean, look at all the teams that other teams went. The other teams went 9 different places. They were called 9 different teams. Just kept changing as they bumped around. But I don't go back on those teams either.
It's like that one YouTube video. It's like the history of the NFL on that map.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
There were some teams, I think maybe it was Pittsburgh or somebody, had like 9 different places they were.
They were still called the Steelers, though.
I'm not trying to discount you. Technically, you're right. So thank you, Bill Nye, the science guy, fact checker. I was wrong. You were right. I just don't care about the stuff before LA. Now, did I like them when they were in St. Louis? Yeah. I didn't cheer them on as much as I would have. I mean, the Greatest Show on Turf was incredibly impressive. Any team that has that powerful enough offense can put up that many numbers, fucking great. But they left. It's like if your girlfriend leaves you and then goes and wins an Olympic medal, you still cheering her on? Yeah, you want to, but fuck. Really?
Was the original Blade Runner a droid?
Whoa. Are you trying to start an argument like that can't be won here? I'd like to think no. This is a long conversation. This is really long. Yeah, I just know. Great question though, but you're trying to fucking stir the pot. You really are.
Blade Runner yet.
Who said that question? We get a name on that guy?
No.
I can find out.
No, it's all right. Just the dude who did that, or I'm guessing it's a dude. Could be a chick.
People are sending this.
It'd be
stuff.
really badass if it was a chick, but if it's a dude, I get it. But man, ask me something that's not so controversial and doing it take all day to answer. And I'm not as versed on it as I should be, but I'm going to say no.
Thoughts on Caitlyn Jenner?
You know what? I want to put a call into Caitlyn Jenner or Bruce or whatever she is now. Seriously, I just want to sit down and go, I want to sit across from Caitlyn and go, look, I idolized you growing up. What the fuck, man? Help get me there. Get me to where you are. Take me along. Make it okay in my head what's going on, because I'm not saying it can't change. I'm having trouble with it. This is a personal issue because, I had this reverence, this iconic image, and that ain't the iconic image I've got. And I need to get there. I need to sit down and talk and go, look, help me get there, man. And not saying I would get there, but I want to sit down. And I know Jenner can't sit down with everybody and go, let me convince you this is cool and we're okay. You, let me convince you this is cool and we're okay. Sir, you, I know you can't do that. There's too many people. But that's what I need. That's what I need. I need to sit down and go, come on, man, just help me get there. Help me fucking get there.
For 6 cents a day, you can help this man. Is Jack your favorite, or is there a more expensive whiskey you like?
Oh, there's more expensive whiskeys, and there's good ones. I just got hooked on Jack, and I'm just kind of staying there. There's other flavors of Jack, not the cinnamon ones, but there's other Jack Daniels that are more. Sinatra is substantially more money than Old Number 7. There's single barrel select. There's even another single barrel. Your buddy, Mr. Catfish, was explaining this other single barrel thing. He had a live stream. He's holding up the fucking bottle so close to the camera and screaming, "It's this! It's this!" And Mr. Catfish, he's screaming, "It's this!" I couldn't tell what he was doing, but it wasn't the regular single barrel one.
We're getting a lot more questions now.
But the top one is Jack Daniels for me. Sinatra 100. It's the Century Edition, and they had a short production run. The bottles were $500 brand new. Now they're up almost $2,000 if you still have one. I have one, and I haven't opened it. I had dinner at Sinatra's in Gen X Mom. What casino were we in Vegas? The Wynn or the Encore? The Wynn. There's a restaurant called Sinatra's, and they offered a glass of that. I think it was $300 a shot. And then the other one that was really good was $70 a shot. I couldn't go all in on the $300 one, but I did the other one. I did the $70 one, and no matter what it tasted like, the only thing I'm going to say is it was perfect. Because at $70, I'm not going to feel like I jet myself. So for as many shots as I had at $70, it was the greatest shit I've ever had in my whole life, and I can't wait to go back. So there you go.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how's your knee?
How's my knee? Not good. Not as bad as it was, man. I'm on like week 19 of this incident with my fucking torn up knee and the arthritis shit that's in there. It's bad, but it was hurting like a 9.5 where I couldn't even walk. I was in a wheelchair and hobbling around on crutches, couldn't even put my foot on the ground. Now, I don't know, like a 4 or something. What happened to my knee was just 35 years of being a mechanic on my knees and walking around on concrete, and it just tore it up, and I have bad arthritis in it. And then on top of that, which I was fighting that off all right, just, chewing aspirin and making it go, and self-medicating with old number 7, me and my buddy, my doctor, Jack Daniels. But then I tore my meniscus, and I don't even know how I did it. And whenever it happened, it hurt so bad one night, I threw up. Okay? The pain was so bad, it was just killing me. And I finally went and got it checked, and they said, yeah, you're all jacked up, and I need a knee surgery. I need a knee replacement, period. And they're like, yeah, but you're so fucking fat, no one's going to do it because you will die from a blood clot. I'm like, well, that's fucked up. I can't walk, but I can't get the surgery to walk because I'm too fat. Well, I need to lose weight. Well, how do you get a fat guy to lose weight if you can't fucking walk? No treadmill, no Stairmaster, no long walks.
Well, are you losing weight?
Funny you should ask. Right before this broadcast, I weighed myself, and I was 11 pounds lighter than my doctor visit. I know that's not much, but it is going in the right direction.
Progress.
Yeah.
Now, yes or no question.
Yes or no?
Did you vote to recall Newsom?
Did we? Did we fill out Yeah, I did. I mean, I wanted to, but I don't know if Gen X Mom, we did the thing and signed it. Yes, we did. I'm getting news right now. Hang on. Yes, I was. I did vote to.
Is it a collect call from God?
It is collect. Oh, all right. There's our first trivia question. Ready? Ready?
Yeah.
Wait, which one's the email?
That one.
Okay, here's your email. All right? This is the email right here. Just open up your mail and type that in and get ready and do, because you're going to get it right now. This is the trivia, okay? I'm going to ask you a question, and if you get it right, I'm going to send you one of these mugs and maybe some stickers and some other stuff. But this is what you win. You're going to win, but you got to answer the email, and you can't answer it in the room where you guys are talking.
Not here. Whoa.
Don't answer it in the texting room, the chat, or whatever the fuck that is.
The chat, not the chat.
No.
And the email.
No comments.
If you say it in the chat, we're just going to ignore you.
Yeah, you can't do that. Then you're going to give it to somebody who is going to do it right. All right.
And you're going to win a mug.
You're going to win a mug. All right. Here's today's trivia question. I want the name of the movie, what this line comes from, and I'm going to use your line.
Okay.
It was in an old, late 50s classroom setting, like an assembly, and the telephone rings, and the guy picks up the phone and goes, Mr. Hilton, it's God. He says we should have girls in school. What's that from? Collect call from God. Wasn't really collect, but...
No, he said it was a call from God.
And then later on, the teacher goes, that wasn't funny. If it would have been collect, that would have been funny. Mm-hmm. So who said, or what movie was it in? Famous movie. Got a collect call from God, or a call from God that girls should be admitted to Wilton Academy. Send an email, and I'll send you, Gen X Mom will send you a mug. If you haven't got it by now, then don't know what to tell you. Then you're not real Gen X, or you are, but I'm just saying that.
He's demoting you. He's taking away your Gen X card for a little bit.
Starred Robin Williams.
You're going to keep giving him hints until
he didn't say the line. Time to stretch the fucking knee.
Dr. Strangelove?
Dr. Strangelove is not the answer. Oh. No one has got the answer right. That's amazing.
I forgot the name of the movie. I can't. Oh, wait, no, I got it now.
Gotta be kidding me.
No, I got it. I almost forgot it.
Another line from the movie. I sound my barbaric yelp. Yeah, that's another one. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Another line.
Now you're really...
Well, Jesus, if they haven't got it...
Someone said too easy. Email.
And then email it.
Email.
Stretching my knee, that's why I'm up. I gotta do this.
Society
Is who got it?
Love Culver 2589.
Love Culver?
LV Culver.
Oh, LV Culver.
Why did you say love Culver?
Love Culver. Love Songs on the Coast by Culver.
Okay. I got one more question.
Wait a second. Love Culver? LV?
LV Culver.
LV Culver.
LV Culver 2589. You, sir, or madam, are going to get a mug. You person. You person of nondiscriminate description.
Yes. So here's yours. Then I'll answer this question. Does Gen Z kid know how to talk to girls? No, if I really, tried, I bet I could. But I just don't. I don't know.
Okay. Did you guys hear that? The question...
You point the plane and you fly it.
The question was, does Gen Z kid know how to talk to girls? And what was his answer? Did everybody catch that? His answer was, well, if I did talk to him, I bet I could.
No, I can't.
So which means he doesn't.
I do.
You didn't say that. What he said was, well, if I were going to, I bet I could.
Yes, and I can. I can.
Sure, you could probably fly an airplane too. You just point the plane and go. All right.
I can fly an airplane.
You can. I have seen him talk to girls. Okay, it's not pretty. You're talking about a monkey fucking a football. That's what it looks like. All right.
When was that?
So
5 years ago. You were 8 years old and you didn't do so well.
So here's the deal. For those of you who are regulars from the other broadcast, you already know this. For those of you that are new with this, when you don't know this, we take these piece of paper and wad it up and I throw it at the camera and I try to hit the lens and so does he. Why is this important? Why does this even matter? I'll tell you why. It's very important because Gen Z, his generation, they're like, what's that dude's name who can't shoot a free throw in 30 seconds? Giannis.
But that's not me.
He's got to sit there and calculate and point and calculate the weight and point and get it ready and going to go and up and down, left and right, and then he's going to throw it. That's Gen Z. How did Gen Xers do it? We fucking pound down the drink, walk up, belch out, and just boom, shoot from the hip, man. I don't have that thing in my hand. I'm not fondling the paper for half an hour. Try to make it hit the lens. Now, we've done this on 5 or 6.
It's 3-2.
You do not have 2.
Yeah,
No.
3-2.
Nope, it's 1. If it's 5, it's 4-1.
No,
He's only won
3-2.
1. No, you're fucking wrong.
I swear it's 3-2.
I don't care what you say. You're fucking wrong. When I want your opinion, I'll give it to you.
You're what?
4-1. He's won one time.
No, I think it's 3-2.
One time. It's not.
No, wait. It's 3-1-1. We tied once.
We couldn't have tied once.
Yes, we did.
We've never had a tie.
It's 3-1-1.
All right, so here it is. Now, you guys get to decide. You guys are the camera. You're the lens. Like, when we throw it, if it looks like you guys can't quite tell, then I'll tell because I can see how it crosses the camera. But if it hits, or if it's close, you guys know better than we do. You see it coming right at you. So, we're going to take turns throwing at the lens. You guys are the judge. 4 wins to 1 win.
No.
I was off one day. So far, Gen X is proving its dominance in every area, as we do. All right, go. You can go first.
No, you go first. Eldest, go first.
All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to take my drink, grab my shot, wing back, boom, put it in. Ready? Then he's going to throw it. You say which one's closer. Got to take my jack. Let's see the way you're supposed to do it from a guy's point of view. Drink my jack, slap my woman on the ass, boom, win the prize.
I call him.
Yeah, here we go.
Ooh.
Not too good. That was off by 3.5 inches. I hit it, and I saw it spin this way. It was a Nolan Ryan slider. All right. He might win this one. Gen X, I might have let you down on this one.
I'm not Giannis. I don't go.
Yeah, you're Giannis. 1,
No,
2,
I just
3,
I just wind up for my
4,
hang out.
5,
Started yet.
6.
No,
You
I'm
got the
walking
ball
away-
in your hand.
walking away from the
You got
free
the
throw
ball.
Stretch a little bit.
He's Giannis. This told you. I told you, Giannis.
I walk up.
The whole stadium. 8. Not.
Oh!
That one hit. You actually hit it. They probably heard it hit. Can we move on from this segment really quickly because I lost?
Yeah.
All right.
The winner was Lance Culver.
Lance Culver was the winner with Dead Poet Society as the answer to trivia. He was the first one.
Yes.
Thank you, Gen X Mom, for moving on from this segment because I lost 5-2.
Bunch of questions.
I know. Look, we got so many.
All right, let's go with the questions, man. Let's knock them out.
Okay, hold on.
I'm ready.
Why do we have more questions when we have 60 viewers?
'Cause we ha-
500.
One word? Quality.
Okay.
Quality viewership. That's what you're getting right here. We're getting quality viewers.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this quick.
Let's
Do you
try.
ever wonder what is Gen X next? Welcome to Gen X Talks and thoughts on Y2K.
The game? Or like when it happened?
I don't know. Either.
Y2K, when it happened, I remember where I was standing. 20066 Sunset Place, Bend, Oregon. I was standing all the way at the backyard of that property, because that was my house, at the fence, looking at Highway 20, which went to Sisters from Bend, waiting for the countdown with my daughter. She's little. And waiting for something to happen. I don't know what. I mean, I'm out in the middle of the country. I guess if I was in a big city, I was waiting for all the lights to go down for the city to shut off. But nothing happened. And I heard a lot of stuff from computer guys at the time on how they were fixing it and workarounds and stuff, but I thought something was going to happen. I suspected it would, but I was wrong. And so I hiked my narrow ass back in the house and went back to bed. Yeah, so there I was. You look it up on Google and you can tell exactly where I was standing. Just find that property, go to the back of it, the big fence right along the highway. There I was. Now you know.
Are these laminate countertops?
No, they're not
dang it, the
laminate.
basketball
This is
game's on.
this is
Somebody asked the question.
granite. No, is it granite? Yeah, these are granite
granite.
tops. Which is a long story, but I had to cut these, and I don't know how to cut granite. I couldn't hire somebody to cut granite. They didn't want to do it.
Painter's tape.
Yeah. So I did it with some help from Gen Z, and I got some stuff cut that I needed to cut because Gen X Mom wanted this fucking stupid expensive stovetop to go in, which apparently was worth it. But anyway, I did it myself. It's granite. It worked out. Thanks for asking. Next.
Okay. Have you ever been to Alaska? Yes or no?
I have not, and I want to because I need to check on my glacier. My family glacier is
yeah.
up there. I can't tell you which one because that would give away my name.
Blade Runner in the book, he's a replicant.
Replicant. I know.
Replicant.
I know, but I don't want to think he was a replicant.
Okay. Next question.
What?
If you could pick another country to live in, where would you live in? If you had to.
I don't know. You know why? Because I don't know enough about all the other countries. I mean, there's probably some cool places to go and live. I mean, I like the way the Mediterranean looks like in Greece and around that area. But I don't know if I'd fit in there, if I'd be okay there, if I'd fit in and be able to work or do something. I don't know. But I like the way that stuff looks. Well, I would have gone to England, but now that like everything I see on the news are being overrun by people. I don't want to go there.
Ever seen the original Rollerball movie?
The original Rollerball. Now, wait, is Rollerball? Is that? I thought that what comes to mind is all the girls in the 70s going around on roller skates, and big hair, big boobs, knocking each other over. I've seen that more than once, probably for all the wrong reasons, but I have seen it. Is that what we're talking about, or did I miss? I might have missed the point on that. Say something or email. Gen X Mom's doing the emails. If you got something about if I fucked that up, then tell me. But if I got it, you should tell me that too, because that's what came to mind when you said that. Next.
Where? Hold on. Who shot first, Han or Greedo?
Han. There's my boy. See, raised right. Han did. Absolutely, he did.
I think it's better that he did.
He's a badass smuggler. That's it. You fucking change that shit to fit in with this new fucking modern AOC world we're trying to live in here, and you take away the essence of that character. It's a fictional character. Who cares what he did? Who cares if he shot first? He fucking shot first. Yeah.
You were saying you were talking about roller derby.
Oh, roller derby. You're right. Yeah. Then I messed up. I messed up on rollerball.
Fouts or Warner?
Wow, two different. Dan Fouts was a quarterback in San Diego for a long time. Really good quarterback. Warner was a pizza delivery guy who became a quarterback in St. Louis. I know I oversimplified that, but that was funny. You got to admit.
Are you retired?
Semi-retired, yeah. I still do a little stuff, but yeah, I'm kind of retired. But anyway, you didn't let me answer the question.
Oh, sorry. Go.
different quarterbacks. I think Warner was a much more versatile quarterback, and I think he was more accurate. But I think that Fouts could read defenses and develop plays better. Warner had a benefit of a running back and wide receivers that were almost unmatched. I'm not saying he wasn't a great quarterback. He really was. But Fouts had a lot of seasons where he had a lot less to work with. So, yeah, we'll go with that.
Have you ever been to the Jack Daniels distillery in Lynchburg?
No, I've been by there twice in my life, that area, and I've missed it both times. Let me say I've been to it, but I didn't have the time to go inside. I would really like to go on a tour and check out that shit. I mean, I feel like I own stock in that company.
Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, or Soundgarden?
Wow, you're getting a little bit at the other end of Gen X for me, but I have a little bit of an affinity with Soundgarden for various reasons, but that's probably not the best band. I bet Pearl Jam's probably a better band. But you're catching at the other end of Gen X. By that time, I was working and having kids and doing more stuff and not as in tune.
Did you have a senior prank in high school?
No. However, I helped on a senior prank before I was a senior, where at Village Christian School, they made a papier-mâché Donkey Kong that was like 40 feet tall and put it on the steeple of the church, which didn't go over well. They went into the principal's office and filled up 3,000 cups of alcohol and water all over the floor, all the way to the door. So when the dude opened the door, they felt like dominoes, and the whole place smelled like, I don't know what they used, gin or something, or vodka, tequila. It was a mix of clear drinks, I know that. All over everything. I helped with that. And I was only like in 7th or 8th grade because I lived really close. And I just snuck over there, and they were like, yeah, you're cool, let's go do this. And I'm like, far out. So I did help with one of those. Oh, Gen X Mom, what was the one where I think you guys did this? I was out, but didn't they steal the Bob's Big Boy?
The class ahead of us.
The class ahead of us stole the Bob's Big Boy, and for those of you who are young ones, you don't know who that is, but there was, in front of every Bob's Big Boy was a big boy, and he was big as a fucking statue, and you had to unbolt that thing, but they unbolted it and did something with it. That was a senior prank they did and took it up there, but nothing destructive. We didn't steal any horses, any mascots from other schools or anything like that, but I'm getting tired of telling stories because I'm out of Jack. I've been out of Jack for so long, I don't think my memories of stories are even going to come back.
I'm not allowed to pour drinks.
Nobody's over there pouring my drink, so it's all right.
Hey, I've been nailing those shots. Have you been seeing that?
Why don't you walk over and see how many are behind the island?
There's like 3, but look how many are in there.
Okay, go. What do you got?
What do you think about the Dukes of Hazzard?
I know where you're going with this. What do I think about the Dukes of Hazzard? I love the Dukes of Hazzard. In particular, Daisy Duke. How could you not love Daisy Duke? How could you not love a woman that started a fad of shorts called Daisy Dukes? I make Gen X Mom put on some Daisy Dukes from time to time now, even to this day. Run around with them on. You have to.
What's your opinion on millennials?
However, I know where you're going with this. You're talking about the General Lee and the Confederate flag that's up there. I don't care about the Confederate flag. It does not represent slavery to me. So you're not going to ban it. I'm not going to disown it. I totally disown slavery, and I totally like the Confederate flag. You can't make me tie those two together. If I'm telling you my opinion on what I think, you can be mad about it and say, well, I think that it represents slavery, okay? And you shouldn't like it. That's what you're going to tell me. And you shouldn't like it. And I'm going to tell you to go fuck yourself. I like the General Lee. I like the Confederate flag. It doesn't mean slavery to me. It means the South. Slavery means slavery to me, and I don't like that. I'll fight for that to be gone, but I'm not going to get rid of the General Lee. I don't have a Confederate flag hanging in my house. I don't even have one in my garage, but I certainly wouldn't be opposed to it because your feelings get hurt. The flag does not represent that. To me, the Confederate flag, because of when I grew up, it reminds me of the Dukes of Hazzard. If you want to know the truth, that's what it always reminds me of. Every time I see one, yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. That's my association. So don't get mad at me because my association is that. Next.
What are your thoughts on millennials?
Now, I got in trouble. What are my thoughts on millennials? I got in trouble a couple months ago for this.
Hey, you got Gen Z and millennials mixed up.
Well, no. What I learned was there are millennials. Hang on a second. The truth The answer to your question is at the bottom of this glass.
Okay, I've heard this story. Like
Now I need to go get it.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
So I need to go get the truth. The answer to your question is right there. So to be fair, I need to go get it, and I'm not going to pour this out. Yeah, go.
Can I go get a drink?
What kind of drink?
Like a Fanta.
Isn't that racist?
Yes.
Okay, go get your Fanta. All right, let's go. Everybody who's got truth at the bottom of your glass, go find it with me. Ready? Okay, so what question were we on? Millennials, right. I did a TikTok with Gen Z Kid where I fucking lost my mind screaming about millennials and how fucked up they are. Man, I got 1,000 comments. Half of them were like, yeah, fuck those guys. Half of them were like, don't include us with pansy millennials. So if Generation X is 1965 to 79, roughly, millennials would start right after that, 1980. Well, there's a ton of millennials. I've learned this. There's a ton of millennials born early 80s that are fucking just as badass as Gen X. They just don't got the title. I mean, they live, eat, breathe Gen X values all on their own. No one's making them do it. That's just how they think. Now, late millennials are just like fucking Gen Zers. They're fucking safe space, snowflake, cry to your mama motherfuckers. But those early ones, what do we call them you say millennial with an X, so it's a zennial with an X?
I don't know.
They kind of self-named themselves that to be included. They're right. So when you ask me what I think of millennials, the first thing I think of is there's two parts to millennials. There's two. And this group over here, when I fucking rag on them, then it's almost like ragging on Gen X. There's some badass motherfuckers true to the cause over here. So I got to talk about them and figure out which one I'm talking to before I say something stupid. Because I say stupid shit all the time. Go.
If you could change a moment in history, if you could change a moment in history, what would you change?
I would walk up to Adam and go, don't fucking eat that apple. I don't care what that bitch says. Next.
Swear to God, I would.
Well, you have to know. A lot of bad shit came from that event.
You know what I would say? I'd tell Abraham Lincoln to duck. Hey, duck. Hold on.
From across the theater.
Ow.
Abe, get down. No, buddy, get down.
Duck.
Right now.
Make him lean over.
Ford Theater. Dude, you gotta move.
Thoughts on First and Second Amendment rights?
Wow, how long do you guys want to be here?
We don't have to be here super long. Yeah.
First Amendment should cover the modern. It should cover TikTok and it should cover Facebook and stuff like that. We should be free to say what we want on those mediums, even though they're modern. The Second Amendment should protect today's guns, even though they're modern. You can't, they always say, oh, the Second Amendment wasn't written for these type of guns. They were written for those old guns. Yeah, well, the First Amendment was written for quills and ink. Newspapers. So, not covered? Oh, you want the First Amendment to cover all the modern technology of media. Well, we want the Second Amendment to cover the modern weapons. There's my quick take.
What would be your Room 101 item? Is that like your room, like this has to be in your room or something like that? I don't understand. I think Room 101 is like your. I'm a little lost on that because I got two ways to go. Somebody better ask me that again better because I got two things in my head on that and I'm not sure which way you're going. And I might be wrong on both, but also,
go ahead.
They're saying dad for president.
I cannot run for president of any. I can't run for elected office. I have too many skeletons in my closet. That's a Gen X term. You guys know what I'm talking about.
You want me to run for president? I'm going to be president.
You seriously can't find your ass with two hands. No, I don't want you running for president.
Hey, man, the country's huge. I can find stuff. I can find the country, you know.
You know what? I'll tell you what. Run for president. I'll just tell you what the fuck to do. Okay?
Cool.
Good. Next.
Hey, man, I got a bill here. What am I supposed to do with it?
Well, being I'm sitting at your desk in the Oval Office, just walk in here and I'll tell you.
Does Gen Z Kid know any 80s TV shows?
Gen Z Kid knows a ton of cool shit. He is steeped in Gen X terminology, technologies. Yeah, he knows a bunch of stuff. I bring him along nicely. We go in series.
The dictionary on wheels.
The Rolodex with a dictionary.
It does look like a dictionary on wheels. Come on. That was good.
That was funny, yeah. No, he's a cool fucking kid when it comes to that stuff. He loves history. He loves asking a lot of questions. Sometimes he asks questions that I got to really do some homework on to get a right answer for him. Thinks for himself. Got a lot of opinions that are just his. What's next?
What do you think about pro athletes, not athletics, pro athletes using their platform for political views?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't mind that you do it, I guess. I mean, if you work at an auto assembly plant and you want to stand up at lunchtime on a soapbox and talk about your political views, no one's going to give a shit. The problem is that when you're an athlete, you're now cramming your view into 5 million viewers at home. And I didn't tune into sports to watch that kind of shit. I get that shit on the radio, on billboards. I get people waving signs in my face as I drive. I get it. I go to sports to fucking get away from that shit. And the more NBA and places like that force that shit on me, I will turn it off and walk away. I have. And if you looked at everyone's ratings, which ratings all fell for different reasons. Bullshit. They fell because there was a lot of that shit going on and people go, fuck it, I'm out. I'm done with this shit. I come to sports to get away, man, to go back to the memory of just a regular dude enjoying a drink and watching some shit. And you keep cramming that shit in my face, and I don't like it. I don't think it's a place for it. Dudes, you gotta give people a refuge, or they're gonna get burned out on your message to where you make them so angry. Now they hate your message. You did it too much. How many of you have divorced a chick because she wouldn't shut the fuck up? You divorced a chick because all the fucking time she's in your face about something. She never gave you little time to just, okay, I heard you fucking nagging. Shut the fuck up for 5 minutes. Let me sit over here and watch the ball game. And that woman wouldn't do it. Like, okay, you got to fucking go. I can't be bombarded. Well, guess what? Human nature is a little bit like that too. You finally got to go, dude, shut the fuck up. Stop. I got it. I get your message. I'm on your side. I'll work on it with you. Can I watch the Dodgers play now? They're about to beat the shit out of the Giants.
That's a reference to a
all right.
TikTok. Whoa, give a little meta there, Dad.
All right, go ahead.
Seek Joy says she lives down the street from Jack Daniel's Distillery. Wants to send you merch.
I would
give him a Jack Daniel's hat.
Anything that you would send me. Well, send an email to Gen X Mom. At wait, which one is it? The email?
gmail.com. And this is a great time to say, speaking of merch, we got merch at genxtalks.com. Pull out the shirt on cue.
When you stop by the website at Gen X Talks, make sure you pick up one of our world famous t-shirts, which looks like this on the front.
And you can use...
looks like that on the back.
And you can use...
there's tons of other stuff. And I'm just getting an alert from Gen X Mom that there is a special code, 50% off everything in the store till midnight tonight. Wow. Use this code, but you can only use it once. That is, if you go buy something, you go back an hour and you want something else, the code's not going to work. So fill your cart and get it now.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
if it's over $50, you get free shipping.
I was so going to leave that out. Because I have to pay for all this shit. Anyway.
You are my wallet.
There's your commercial. I put on my Bruce Chandler LA radio voice for you. Okay. Not that any of you know who the fuck Bruce Chandler is.
No more code.
But he's fucking great.
No more code.
Yeah, well, I need more Jack. I'm out again.
I can't get that.
All right, go.
Okay, Poncho or John? Or Poncho John?
Poncho John? Did you just say Poncho John?
No, Ponch.
You're fucking racist because Ponch was... I think he was...
Ponch or John.
You said Poncho and he's Mexican. You're racist.
Okay, I'm a racist. Now I'm on with the question. Now that we've established that I am a racist.
You are a racist.
Ponch or John?
Ponch, by far. And I met Larry Wilcox before.
Thoughts on Kamala avoiding the border until Trump announced he was going?
Yeah, it's too long of a subject. Do you know what I really hate about Kamala?
But somebody emailed that question.
Okay, I'll answer it. Kamala laughs at everything. You guys we all have friends a friend that laughs their way out of everything. You know, you ask him like, oh, you know, why'd you get that speeding ticket? You know, oh, I just, you know, when I was there, oh, why'd you get fired from that job? Oh, you know, the funniest thing happened. I got fired because that's how they answer everything. How'd you lose 10 grand on betting on football? Here's what happened.
Oh, it's like
I lost. It's a defense mechanism when you don't know what the fuck you're saying and you're wrong. It's a total. Ask a real psychiatrist. What do I know? I'm the fucking nobody in the middle of nowhere. But you ask somebody real, they'll tell you that. That's a real fucking thing.
It's like Marty McFly's dad. Is it Bill? No, Marty McFly. Marty McFly's dad. He laughs about everything.
Kamala Harris going to the border. She's hurrying to get down there. She went down there and laughed at everything along the way. What did she say when they said, how come you haven't visited the border? She went, I haven't been to Europe either. Yeah, we didn't care. She didn't go down there because what are you going to do? Go down there and the conditions are worse than when Trump was there? They're worse than when Obama was there? They just had, they ran an article where kids are trying to commit suicide locked up down there. And why would she go down there? What is she going to do? She can't say, shit, build the wall so we don't have to deal with this. No. She's going to say, bring more people. So, of course she avoids it. What else can she do? There's nothing you can do. Kamala, when she went down there, she stepped on her dick. And she knew she was going to do it when she got there. There's no way around it.
Do you hunt or fish?
I fished when I was younger a little bit. I do not hunt. Not that I'm against it. I never got into hunting, even when I lived in Oregon. All my friends hunted in Oregon. I used to make fun of them and say, why don't you try hunting something that can shoot back? Let's see how you like it.
Jessica, the one that asked you the Kamala thing, said she avoided the job she was assigned. That's what she said.
So
Jessica, do you have another name or just Jessica? Jessica said about Kamala, she avoided the job she was assigned. Yeah, that is an excellent fucking point. Yeah, she absolutely did, as long as she possibly could. And where did she go on the border? To a part where nothing was going on. Come on, it's all for show.
Hold on. Let me finish eating.
But if you want to hear more about the Kamala Harris thing, go listen to that podcast that we have that I did by myself called Politics. Because I talk about that with Joe Biden, and I tell you what my opinion on some of that stuff that I've seen is. You want to hear more about it, go listen to it. You want a political thing? Gen X mom and Gen Z kid said, you got to go do this a little bit. You got to go do the political thing. So go listen to the podcast, that one, and I talk about it.
So like what you said, I'm going back to the first one, hunt or fish.
Yeah.
You told your friends, hunt something that can shoot back?
Yeah.
Are you pulling the most dangerous game? You know that book?
What's that?
You read the book? It's like this guy.
Wait, did you just ask me if I read a book?
Are you able to read?
Yes, I can fucking read.
So, in the book, this guy, he's on a boat. Boat crash lands on an island, and he's the only survivor. He walks around, sees this huge mansion. This guy's like, I love to hunt. He spends there like 3 days hunting with the dude.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you want to play the most dangerous game? And then it's like a double meaning because the game is hunting.
Right.
And he had to hunt the guy that crash landed there.
Ah.
And the guy like made weapons and stuff. It was a cool book, good book.
Well, what I would tell my friends, and we're sitting around drinking, they're getting ready for hunting season. These dudes, and let me tell you, in Central Oregon, those are some serious motherfuckers when it comes to hunting. I mean, serious. But we would tease each other and go, look, I'll tell you what, you give me a 2-day head start. Let me load up with my weapons, my camouflage. Let me get out there. Then you come find me. Let's see how eager you are when you know somebody's got a gun shooting back. No, just teasing and fucking around with them. And I don't care if you want to kill Bambi. Fucking kill Bambi. Just give me some of the meat when you're done. But that was one of the conversations we had.
Okay, I didn't know it was a movie, but it's a movie. And he didn't crash land. He fell off the boat.
Did you just get corrected?
Yeah.
Yeah, because some Gen Xers don't put up with that shit, motherfucker.
Like, I told, and then he said different premise, but the same story. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So it's the same story.
Good for you guys. Right on.
Whenever I say, same difference.
You know what? We're not doing this right.
What? our live stream.
Why? Because I've looked at like 85 other live streams on TikTok, and all they are is people just holding their phones right here going, oh, yeah, I had a hamburger for lunch, and no, I didn't really see that. Oh, you like this shirt on me, this color shirt?
Yeah, but we're funny.
How do they fucking do that? Is that what we're supposed to be doing? Are we supposed to be sitting there with a phone just talking to the people like that?
I mean, there's not really a whole lot of... They don't give you a script for your live stream.
No, I just thought that it was supposed to be like a conversation. I thought it was supposed to be something fucking interesting. I thought we're supposed to be these people are giving up a little bit of their time. Can you make it a little fucking interesting?
You know what we need to do on the first live stream on the new account? You know what we need to do?
The first live stream, this one?
Yeah.
What? Whoa.
Come on. Yeah.
You want to brand new people. You want them to.
You want to experience dead air?
Listen, real quick. I'll just do it real fucking quick. I promise. Okay. You guys know what dead air is? It's when the mic shut off. It's when some electronic glitch goes on. When something bad happens on a live broadcast, a live newscast, sporting event. It happens. Dead air happens, and people lose their jobs over it. That's some serious shit. And it's not really fun for you guys. I've been on the other side of dead air. I've been a viewer with dead air. I've thrown beer cans at the TV going, come on, what the fuck's going on? Say something. And there's nothing. Now, sometimes there's something on the screen, but you don't know what's going on. It's dead air. It's not good. It's not healthy for anybody. It's definitely un-American. But here...
we have perfected it.
We have
scientifically tested.
Yeah, repeatedly. Because what we're going to bring to you is the best goddamn dead air you've ever seen. Now,
right now, if this was a TV show, you'd
Yeah.
see clips of us like with our scientific goggles on,
Yeah.
and our lab coats, testing dead air.
showing you stuff.
God, it'd just be...
Like Step Brothers, when they did their demo for their product. That kind of shit. Security is a guy with a brick in his hand. That's us. So what I'm going to present to you now is something you will never forget, something you haven't experienced ever before. Oh, you've experienced dead air, but you've never experienced dead air like this. So right now, join us in silence where you are going to get the best dead air you've ever seen. Hey.
Oh, it's so...
It's so good. I mean, have you ever experienced... You're going to go to work tomorrow and go, you're not going to believe what I experienced yesterday.
It's prime dead air.
I found this guy, prime dead air. I found these guys, this is the best dead air ever. That's what you're going to be talking about in the break room tomorrow on your union break. I know it is. That's what I'd be talking about. That's the best dead air.
I like how they participated, too.
You're welcome, America. That was for you.
God, the questions do not stop coming. We got so many. How do you feel that they're trying to... Hold on, you have to...
Are we up to 11 viewers yet?
Trying to erase history.
Oh, how do you feel about they're trying to erase history?
Yeah, they're fucking doing it. That's one podcast I want to do is the master plan of how they've infiltrated the schools and they rewrite shit. The bad part is now they're rewriting shit that I was there for. So I can walk into the classroom with the book and go fuck yourself. That's not how it happened. I was there. Same way my grandfather did. My grandfather fought in World War II. Same way. You can go, bullshit. I was there. I hate that shit. It's up to all of us, not only to stand up at the school board meetings and shit, but it's up to us to teach the children, look, this is what your book says. It's not what happened. I was there. And tell them why it's not right. Tell them why they're rewriting it. It's important.
Okay.
What's next?
I want basketball, man. We're missing the whole game.
All right. Well, we'll stop taking questions now. But let's finish the rest.
Last three questions.
Last three questions, my friends.
DeWalt drill or Milwaukee drill?
Okay. I'm a DeWalt guy, but I do have some Milwaukee stuff.
Thank you for the confetti, by the way. Sorry.
Milwaukee is the shit. If I had to pick and switch all of my stuff over from DeWalt to Milwaukee, I think I would. But I'm a DeWalt guy. Got a lot of DeWalt products. Got a lot of DeWalt stuff. I do. Just the way it is. But yeah. I do have Milwaukee equipment, and when my Snap-on impact gun breaks, I'm going for Milwaukee. In fact, I saw a competition on TikTok actually, where a dude had a 1/2-inch impact gun from Milwaukee and a 3/4 impact gun from DeWalt, and they were putting the same lag bolts and the same wood. The fucking Milwaukee 1/2-inch one kicked its ass. I mean, Jesus Christ. The fuck have I been with this? Hey, don't judge me, but at least I'm not a Makita guy, okay? Or a Ryobi guy.
No, you gave me a Ryobi. Hold on. My manager pulled me aside. And
Yeah. Again?
Go to genxtalks.com for our merch. You get... Wait, do your mode. Then you get Jack. You get paid in Jack.
If you want some really good merchandise from Gen X Talks, visit genxtalks.com. Look for the merchandise in the shop section. You could have things like this custom etched glass that says Gen X Talks Essentials. Why? Because Gen X Talks is essential.
And
for every form of life. And today we have 50% off with a special code just for you. No, I mean that.
Just for you.
Just for you.
Yeah, just you. So the code works until tomorrow.
There's my Bruce Chandler radio voice.
Again,
We didn't ask Bruce Chandler to record commercials
Yeah,
for us.
so we can just hit play.
We can hit play and have it be Bruce Chandler's voice. That'd be badass.
Okay, that code works until tomorrow. Clear that up for you guys.
12 o'clock, then you're out.
And,
It only works once. Don't go buy something and go back in an hour. The code won't work twice. Code works once.
Yeah, just put it all in your cart, and you get shirts and stuff.
There's a bunch of cool shit in there.
Are you doing one more trivia?
Yeah.
We're doing 2.
No, I'm doing a trivia. All right.
Okay.
Doing another trivia to give some stuff away. I'm telling you what. The first 2 people that get this right are going to get a gift. I'm not saying what it is. They're going to get something. So get your email out. Get your email up on your screen right now. Put in. I'm not telling them what they're getting. I just said I'm not telling you what you're getting.
Well, then you might not get a mug. We don't know.
Yeah, because I said I'm not telling you. Are you listening to anything I'm saying? Are you here?
Not really.
Okay, so right over here is get the email address up. And Gen X Mom is right over there in all of her wondrous glory, getting ready to receive your email. Now, trivia question. This is from the movie The Big Lebowski. Why? Because it can be. All right? If you're going to receive a free gift from me, and I'm paying for the postage and everything, you're going to have to get this right. Big Lebowski trivia. So how many people are on Google right now typed into Google Big Lebowski, and then they're going to see what I say.
88 people are watching.
It's not going to be as fast as the dudes who know. The fucking cool cats, the chicks and dudes that know are going to know. All right. Bunny Lebowski's last name in the movie, not her actress. What was her last name? They mentioned it a bunch of times. The Seamus picture that showed her family farm, the family farm name, her last name. What was her real name in the movie, not her actress name?
I don't know her last name. I know her first name.
What's her first name?
Bunny.
No.
Bunny.
No.
Bunny was her porno name, which is a great porno name, by the way.
No. It was Fawn.
Fawn, that's right.
Yeah,
her first
Fawn.
name was Fawn, but her last name,
Knutson.
how do you spell it? Hey, one more. We get 2. The first 2 to get it.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying it in here, but
Quit saying it in the comments section. That's you got to email. I said email. You don't get anything for doing the comments. I can't tell you who's first. Okay, that was the first dude. Who's next? Who got second?
I don't know yet.
Nobody's turned in the second name. One guy got it. One guy got the first one. What was his name who got it?
Paul Sarah. He won a couple weeks ago.
Paul Sarah. He is a repeat offender around here. Yes, he is.
Jessica Clark says Knutson. KN.
Jessica Clark. That's my girl.
that's it.
There's 2. There's your first 2. They win something. We'll send you something.
GG, good game.
What does GG mean?
Good game.
What?
Good game, like good, showing good sportsmanship. Good game.
But you said GG.
Yeah, it's in gaming. You say GG.
Okay, do I look like I'm fucking gaming
No,
here?
but you say good game. GG.
What do you say in podcasting?
Good game. Well played. Everyone shake hands.
Fucking
virtually.
guys, why I fucking drink?
Thank you.
You got no, don't touch me.
Yes.
This is my personal space. You know what I realized today? I was watching some TikToks about Gen Xers, and there's a reason why late millennials, and Gen Zs never directly challenge Gen Xers. They go for boomers who are so far senior citizens they can't do nothing. And they challenge themselves, millennials and Gen Zs, but they don't come after Gen Xers directly. And I thought about it as why. You're talking about a generation of fucking little fucking pussy kids that have safe spaces. They grew up with safe spaces. We grew up with mosh pits. Which would you rather bet on? Am I right? I'm right on that, right? All
Take
right.
a drink. Wrap it up.
I'm getting there.
Let's get it all over. You know, like a train wreck. Can't look away. It's not good.
Numbers are going up to the regular.
All right. So
5 o'clock, isn't it?
here's the deal. The last questions I got to run through these because these are every week I get these. Gen X Mom does them. Okay, every fucking week people ask me about the trouble in Ireland. I don't fucking know what's going on over there. I'm going to have to actually do some goddamn homework. I promise you I will. I'll look into it and try to evaluate an opinion. I didn't know there was a gig going on. And I don't know if you can see the dog. This is Gen Z Kid's dog who climbs on me for food. I don't have any food. Go
I
on.
don't think they can see it.
Do you feel about the Bill Cosby issue? He got out of jail on a technicality. And let me be very clear, I 100% agree with the technicality. If you read why they did it for the rule of law, some district attorney promised Cosby something he should not have promised, should never have been allowed to promise, but he did promise and wasn't granted. They fucked him on that. Now, why that's important, if you want to put it in simple terms, why that's important is if any district attorney ever wants to have a witness say, give us what we want and we'll set you free, you've got immunity. All those guys would do was look at Cosby and go, no, you promised that guy the same thing and you fucked him. You fucked him in the ass. I'm not giving you shit.
They're telling you not to wrap it up.
So they had to fucking do it that way. They had to. The rule of law was on Cosby's side to let him out. If they did not want to have the institution crumble, they had no choice but to go along with the fuck up that guy did. So they had to do that to save the rest of the future of prosecution. Sorry. Now, how do I feel about Bill Cosby? Fuck that guy. That motherfucker, he was the wholesome dad. I loved Bill Cosby. I loved his jokes. I used to recite his jokes when I was growing up, play his albums in the dark corner of my bedroom with Steve Martin. No, Steve Martin wasn't with me. I was playing Steve Martin records also.
Well, you weren't friends with Steve Martin?
No, I wasn't. But you hear all that shit the fucking guy did? Yeah, that guy needs to have his dick pulled off the hard way. And I mean in a vice.
Ow.
Angers me. Fucking angers me. But they had to let him out because of that. The rule of law. It had to stand or it would have fucked up the future shit. Go back after him for some other shit. He did enough shit. Go get him for something else. Just so you know.
They effed him in the drive-thru.
They fuck you in the drive-thru. Did somebody say that?
Yeah, that's what movie it's from.
Hey,
Lethal Weapon.
One more trivia person we're giving it away to.
What?
Iva Alexova said Fawn Knutson, so I'm giving it to
Wait a minute. Some chick, Iva, what's her name?
Iva Alexova.
Ivik Alexova. You're giving another prize away to someone out of the rules that I just gave because she gave the first name too?
Yeah.
I said the first name out. He said the first.
Wait, how'd she spell it?
Spelled what?
Fawn.
Knutson.
Fawn.
All right. I want to tell you this funny story. I got a friend of mine named Iceman. He works up at the Kernville Dam right now, but just got into canoeing on Lake Isabella in the last year or so. He bought a canoe, and you got to name your boat. He's a big Lebowski fan. He was going to name it his canoe the Fawn Knudsen. Come on. That's priceless, right? Were you with me on that? Fawn Knudsen is your canoe. To see if anybody know what it was. All right, that's badass.
Yeah, okay.
I'm almost out of Jack.
Get one more drink and then.
I can't get a drink because I don't got anybody fill my drink.
I'd get you a drink if I didn't get.
You want to go watch NBA so bad you can fucking taste it, but you don't have. You got to keep writing questions. Then
I gotta do the outro.
I'm not doing shit with you. They want to stay. Fine, go ahead and go.
No, I'm not leaving my viewers. I'm not leaving the fans.
Apparently you are.
10 more minutes.
Okay, wait.
10 more minutes. What?
Who wants us to stay? All right. Let me help you with something. I'll stay. We'll stay for a little bit. And I'm going to tell you a story. You guys always ask me for my stories as a kid. Yeah.
Somebody wanted to know your Larry Wilcox story.
My Larry Wilcox story, all right, that was a fucked up story for me. Did I just fuck up my hair? Where's my fluffer? I'm okay? All right.
Very good.
Nobody knows what a fluffer is, so it don't matter. My Larry Wilcox story, real quick, was I was working for a company that I started at 18, which failed quickly and miserably, but I tried it. It was my first attempt. It was called RRV. And I was working out of the back of an used RV dealership on Sierra Highway in Sand Canyon, right real close to the fucking wash, on the south side of the wash. I mean, you take Sierra Highway across the big ravine, the big wash, the big river that goes out to Fillmore. Right on the other side, there was a little RV dealership there, and I was working out of the back. I rented some space, and I was working on RVs and cars. And Larry Wilcox came in at the time, still very, 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 very popular guy, and was going to buy an RV. And I had a little interaction with him where I introduced myself. I was talking. He's like, well, what about this rig and that rig? And I wasn't a salesman. He wanted to know from a mechanical point of view what was a good rig. I got to say he was a little off-putting. I didn't have a great experience with Larry at that time. It wasn't real solid. I've heard some really bad stuff about him over the years with embezzlement and money and stuff. I don't know if any of that's true. I have no idea. But I didn't have a great experience with him, just so you know. That's a shortened version to my Larry Wilcox story, but that actually happened. So anyway, I want to do something real quick. Where's Gen Z Kid? Is he done?
Shut the water off.
Oh, he's got to turn yeah. So I want to do something with you guys. I need your help. No. Listen. Grab a drink. However many viewers, I don't care if there's only 3 viewers. I need all 3 of your help. This is something that's important because what we've devised is a strategy that works. And it fucks with the TikTok algorithm. There's nothing they can do. They can't stop it. They're all asleep over there right now. Robots are running everything. And we found a glitch. Gen Z Kid found a glitch, a way to fuck with them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to tell an entertaining story, because you guys are always asking for real stories from when I was a kid. So I got one for you. And it involves naked women. So I'm going to tell you. But during the story, we got something we have to do that fucks with the algorithm. Where I'm stringing this out as long as I can, waiting for him to come back. I'm not sure what the fuck he's got going on, but he needs to come back. What are you doing?
Showing the people.
Showing him what? Yeah, not yet. I got to tell the story, but I need Gen Z Kid here. Fucking turn him off water. Our property's not that big. We don't own 100 acres. Okay, here's the deal. If you tap on your screen the whole time I'm telling this story, okay? If you tap on it, it fucks with their algorithm and makes them spread the word for more viewers. So I'm going to tell the story. Please, fucking tap on it. There's nothing they can do. They can't stop you. You're fucking them right now, all right? Here's the story. As a kid, I had a neighbor down the street. I went to Village Christian School and for a little bit and James Madison Junior High in the San Fernando Valley. One of my friends, my best friend at the time, was a kid named John. I won't give his last name. And he lived at the end of the street. If you want to look it up, if you want to Google Earth this shit, he lived on the corner of Allott and Lull. Lull and Allott, Allott, which was kind of cool. When everybody says, where do you live? We used to say, I live on a lot. Not a lot, I live on a lot. Because I did. I lived on Allott. It was pronounced Allott. Anyway, corner of Allott and Lull in the San Fernando Valley. You can go find it. Anyway, so his mom, she's fucking hot. Her name was Jan. Oh, gorgeous. I mean, tan all over. How do I know? Tan all over? Tan all over. All right, so I'm like 12, 13 years old. We all play baseball at the end of the street, which is semi-cul-de-sac because it was a corner. I've taken Gen Z Kid there. He's seen the spot. And in the summertime, John's mom, Jan, would lay out in their backyard naked, or topless at least. And we all knew this. And what we would do was we would go bang on her door, and the rest of us, one person had to bang on the door, the rest of us would look over the wall, because in the valley, the wall was a brick wall, but the top brick was decorative. It had, like, you could look through it. It was a decorative piece. So we'd all pull up like that, where we could see her get up and walk naked or half naked all the way to the door, putting on her clothes, it's one thing to sit there and watch a woman sunbathing, but it's another to have them bouncing around in front of you. So we would set up 5 of us watching over the wall. Are you tapping on your fucking screens, or did you forget? Tap. And we would set up like that, and then one guy would run around and bang on the door like this, and bang on the door, make her get up, get dressed, and answer the door. And the other 5 guys would get to watch her walk all the way in. Oh, I'll tell you, at 13, that was the best thing I'd ever done in my whole fucking life. And we did it all the time on the corner of Allott and Lull. If you Google Earth it, you will see the pool, you will see the backyard, you will see the fence going, shit, that was right up against the sidewalk. Yes, it fucking was. And we had 10,000 baseball games there with other little neighborhoods and other streets right on that kind of corner. It's a cul-de-sac corner. There's a strip of grass right there on the west side, east side, and that's where we played ball. That's where we grew up. That was our sandlot, and that's what we did with that shit. But you wanted a story from my youth with that? John, thank you for letting me look at your mom. In fact, I was the only one of all of John's friends that got to see her naked in person, and it was a total accident. I came out of John's room. John turned and went down the hall. I was turning to go down the hall. I looked up, and Jan was walking through her room with the door open after sunbathing. To this moment, I can picture that image in my head, just right fucking there. Thank you, Jan. Thank you.
Wow.
That is my greatest memory. Good stuff. Well, you didn't come back. You fucking took forever to turn off the water, so I had to do the whole thing without
I
you.
didn't want to get super wet.
I
If I come in here like all sopping wet, I'm just like, oh yeah, guys, I fixed some water. Totally ready for this.
You know, nobody can hear you. You know that, right?
Why can't anybody hear me?
Because you're fucking not talking into your mic. My son went out to turn off water and took half an hour to turn off water. You know why? Because he didn't want to get wet.
Because I gotta stay live streaming. Now, if we were just watching the basketball game,
Do you guys understand why I drink? Do you guys get it? You get it now, right? Okay. All right, so I'm still here. I'm still drinking. Is there any more questions? Everybody gone? We're done? All right, do I have any more here that I got to cover before we get out of here? How do you feel about Nixon? You want to know how I feel about Richard Nixon?
is that a long story?
No. Well, I mean, you can make any story long. No. Yeah, Nixon. There's a lot of movies out about Nixon, a lot of documentaries, but the short version, on my opinion, with him was when he said, if a president breaks the law, it's not a crime because he's the president. At that moment, I don't care who you are, Republican, Democrat, you fucking lost all credibility. You're just a bum. You're just a bum going to the White House. You're just a guy like the rest of us. I don't care if you've been to Harvard and Yale or got a lawyer's degree. You're just a guy going to serve for 4 years. No, Nixon lost all credibility with me with that fucking shit. You don't say that. You don't say that if a president commits a crime, it's not a crime. Fuck you. You can't say that. But compared to what Nixon did, to the shit I've seen since then, Nixon's a goddamn fucking saint. Yes, a saint compared to the shit I've seen in the last 20 years. Fuck, you got to be kidding me.
That Prime did air. Got a little bit more. Got
a little bit more. All right, so Gen X mom closed the laptop, so we're done. Gen Z kid is itching to watch the NBA game. I got a son-in-law who's been busting up my phone wanting to bet on the game, and I'm already fucking late on that. And here I am hanging out with you fine folks, which I don't mind at all. Better than the rest of my evening. That's about it right now. Well, there's some stuff in here, but we'll go into it later. I will leave you with one last argument that I got in, and if you guys want to hear something funny, my personal TikTok account, which I do not post anything. There's no postings on it. I just talk and I argue with people. I got into a very political discussion with a group of women, probably 13 or 14 of them on one TikTok site, and they called me a colonist. They said 1619 is when the United States started. Hang on a second. Stretching my knee.
Stretching your knee.
They said 1619 is when the United States started. Like as if when slavery started, that's when America started. I had to argue with them and tell them no. Actually, slavery was in America at 1524, which they didn't like hearing that. But they called me a colonist, and I didn't know how to react to that. I actually had to ask him. I said, "Okay, you fucking dumb broads, what the fuck are you talking about? Why am I calling?" Well, your people, your white people, came here as immigrants and invaded with just massive numbers and took over the United States from the Indians. You took over. and wiped the Indians off and pushed them back. And you made this country your own. You're a colonist. And that's what I mean. You did it wrong, and you're a terrible immigrant invader. To which I replied, that was the Indians' fault. Oh, they got fucking mad. They went fucking sideways on me that it's the Indians' fault. I said, yeah, it's the Indians' fault. After they got done blowing me up, they asked me, well, how is this the Indians' fault? You colonizing immigrants took over. And I go, well, if the Indians had put up a proper border wall to keep immigrants out, they wouldn't have had this problem. But they had an open border policy. So we all rushed in and took over and fucked them in the ass. Kind of the same thing that's going on now, comma, you dumb bitch. I didn't get banned, but let me tell you about a guy who went back and there was 7,000 messages in my inbox. So anyway, I will leave you with that. That's my final thought. I don't know if you agree or disagree. I'm not always right. I'm very often wrong. But I will take my final drink with the rest of you. I will tell you that it has been a good event. Thank you for showing up on the new account because we got banned from the other account because of dipshit here.
Ooh, there's somebody over there?
Talking about you. Anyway, yes, this live stream is like a train wreck. It's not something you really want to see, but you can't look away. Yeah. Go check out the podcast. Go buy some merch. Some Gen X mom gets off my fucking back about selling merchandise.
Oh, let me get all the way off of that.
All the way off of my back. It'll be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Just do it. You're welcome, America. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Just power button.
Say?
What does it say?
I'm in it. Why don't you walk around and see?
Our live stream froze. Did you pause the live stream?
If we're still here, we're still here. And if we're not, like I said, looking at you, kid, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
Oh,